Hello, my name is Leo and welcome again to a new day of the Elder Scrolls Arena. We are still on our way to Brynjolf's lair. It's what day is it? It's 14th, Thursday. Or wait, what day is it in Elder Scrolls? I don't know. I don't really care anyway. I'm still I'm alright. I had a bit of a cough. I had a pretty massive headache yesterday. Borderlands 2. Well, you know what? I'm not gonna mention Borderlands 2 Loot Hunt anymore until there's actually updates, because at the moment there's still just the picture on the website of Clapchat falling over and he's pooped out, and maybe they'll have stats and stuff in the future. I did double check though that the final community challenge, the one where there was like hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, 100,000s, millions, tens millions. At the end of the weekend, we were about 80 to 90% through the millions section. So we didn't quite finish the millions section. So we certainly didn't go all the way, but we also didn't quite make the millions section. So I don't know what that actually equates to in terms of reward, because they didn't actually specify what sort of reward we'd be getting. But I guess we'll find out in the future, unless we don't get anything. What I was actually thinking that we might get is maybe $1 for every kill, meaning we'll just instantly get like $9 million or something, which would be awesome. Like every player in the game just gets $9 million. Not that I really need money, but you know, it'd be great if I started up with some new characters and they all got that money. Yeah, that would be awesome. Yeah. 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 Anyway. Yeah, so I've been thinking about, what was it, 3 days ago that I started to get this sore throat. I reckon I have the flu. Let's do it. Let's do a tally count, right? So, I started off having a bit of a sore throat, bought some lozenges. They sort of helped a little bit, but it was really raspy. Then the next day morning, which was that day that I had to work, I was like nauseous. I was sick. I had a bit of vertigo. I couldn't stand up for very long, which sucks because my job was all about standing up. And what else? Nausea. Oh yeah, I had a fever. I was quite feverish. And then I came home and I got better. I rested and I felt better. And then the next day, my nausea had gone, but I had a whole like ton of phlegm in the back of my mouth, which was gross. Last night I had a bit of a headache. And then today, where I've got a little bit of phlegm still, it's not that bad. And I've got a tiny headache. It's manageable, but my nausea's completely gone. So I think I've calmed the storm. I've rode the storm, and it's all over now. But I don't know. Is that those are symptoms of the flu, I believe. But what I don't quite understand is that before I came to Japan, I took a flu shot. I usually get a flu shot every year. Oh god, in Australia. My voice is a bit weird. It is a little bit. Yeah, I'll be fine. So I always take a flu shot every year, and I'd forgotten to take one this year, and I thought, oh, and my mum was like, you should probably take a flu shot before you go overseas, because, probably got the flu. Yeah, you're probably right. So I took a flu shot, like, a few weeks before I came over here. Oh, well, I've been here for, like, 4 months now, and I've been fine. But now, I believe I got the flu. So, you know what I think? What I actually think is that the flu shot that I took in Australia, because you've got to take the flu shot every year, because the flu, it mutates and it changes and it builds up defense mechanisms to combat against the antibodies in your body. And then that's why you got to get a new flu shot to combat that new strain of the flu. But what I think is, even though I took the flu shot for this year in Australia, I don't think that actually combats the flu for this year in Japan. Because when you think about it, completely different country. Sure, there's people coming and going between the countries, but they're probably not the same flu. So if you take the flu shot in Australia, it's probably not going to protect you from the flu in Japan, which is why I probably got the flu. Unless it was just a cold. But I don't think a cold gives you a fever. Or a sore throat, for that matter. It just gives you a cold. Yeah. And I've had colds before. It's been a long time since I had the flu. So I think that's what I had. Yeah, that would make sense. And it would also correlate with, because you never had the flu before, because you always take flu shots. Yeah. And if it's the case that, yeah, the Japanese flu is completely different to the Australian flu, so your Australian flu shot did nothing to help, that would also make sense, wouldn't it? It would make perfect sense. So there you go. So I must have had the flu, I guess. Oh well. Yeah, that's it for today. Hopefully my voice will be a little bit better tomorrow. And, well, what would it be, Friday? So we'll have another Salvador the Gunzerker video, which is also another one today. Check that out. Oh, there is one other thing I'd like to talk about. Let me see if I can find it. Just bear with me, just a little moment. I got a message on YouTube from Game Art Studio. They have a channel on YouTube, Game Art Studio, and they sent me an invitation to beta test their new game called Gravity Rush. I'm sorry, it's not called Gravity Rush. That's a different game that's about racing. It's called Quantum Rush. Whoops. But no, their game that is Quantum Rush. I'm actually looking at it now so that I don't say the wrong thing. Well, they're similar names. Is a racing game. It looks like a futuristic style racing game where you're sort of flying, like you're sort of hovering along the racetrack. Little bit like, I guess it looks a little similar to Wipeout. It also looks similar to like the pod racing in Star Wars Episode 1. Also, actually, you know what it actually looks a lot similar to? I've seen some comments saying it looks a lot like Wipeout, but you know, I'm not gonna judge it until I actually play it, until I actually try it out. But it actually reminds me a lot of a game called High Octane, which is a game by Bullfrog, which came out around the same time as Magic Carpet and Theme Park and all those games. I remember I only ever played the demo, but it was so much fun. Oh my god, High Octane was so much fun. So I'm really hoping that this game can like reignite that, you know, because it's actually been a long time since I played racing games. It's actually quite funny. The message that they sent me was, your video shows your expertise with racing games, and I was like, wait, what? Racing games? What racing games? Wait, we played Saints Row. That's not really a racing game. We played GTA 2 in a One Life challenge. I mean, we played some motocross for the Atari in a One Life challenge. That doesn't count, does it? What race? Oh, my second playlist, which is I played Gran Turismo 5 online with some guys from the No Holds Barred Radio Network. That's what you meant? Oh, okay, well, fair enough. We were kind of just dicking around in the game. We weren't really racing. Well, I think we did a couple of races, but most of the time we were just dicking around. But anyway, and they wanted to hear feedback on our futuristic online racing game. Oh, it's an online racing game. I didn't even read that. Jesus. So we invite you to a closed beta test, which will start soon. So I sent him a message back to Game Art Studio to say, yeah, I'm more than happy to to try a game out and give it a feedback. And if you're happy, I wouldn't mind doing a review on my channel. So assuming they give me the go ahead, of course, because I can't just make videos, especially if it's closed beta. And obviously I can't talk about it until I've talked about it today, but all I've been talking about is if you go to their channel on YouTube, you can basically, well, you know what I know because I haven't played the game yet. So all I know is what I've watched. I've watched their YouTube videos. There's about there's about four videos, about 4 videos there. Yeah, they're it looks like a pretty interesting game. I think it's in Kickstarter right now. It's a Kickstarter game, so that looks pretty interesting. So I'll check that out, and if they give me to go ahead, I'll make a review on it. And maybe sometime in the future, when I go back to Australia, stop playing that video. Stop it. We'll play that game all together. I don't know if it's actually a split screen game. We'll have to find out. But for now, my name is Leo, and I will see you next time.